Every word has a story to tell. It's spelling code you'll know so well. So come along, it's spelling with Grammarsaurus.
Did you know that the English language is like an ancient forest grown from seeds planted long ago? Many of the words you use today have roots that stretch back through history, connecting us to the past. The Romans, Anglo-Saxons, Vikings and Normans all planted their own seeds in the rich soil of England. And from those roots and other outside influences, our language has blossomed into what we speak today. Get ready to dig deep and uncover the roots of the words you use every day as we explore the fascinating history of English. Around 2,000 years ago, the Romans came to Britain. They spoke Latin, a language that had already borrowed ideas and word parts from their neighbours, the ancient Greeks. When the Romans arrived, they brought new things like roads, big stone buildings, and even new ways to show numbers. They also brought many Latin words and morphemes, the meaningful part of words like prefixes, suffixes, and bases. Over time, more and more Latin and Greek morphemes became part of English. That's why many of the words we use today have Latin or Greek roots. For example, the word port comes from the Latin word portus, meaning harbour. Street comes from strata, meaning a paved road. The word philosophy comes from the Greek word philosophia, which means love of wisdom. And even today, we use the Latin suffix ous, which means full of, in words like poisonous, which means full of poison, and the Greek base ge, which means earth, in words like geography, which is all about earth. These are just a few examples of the Latin and Greek roots that have grown deep and are still part of our language. After a few hundred years, the Romans left Britain, and a new group of people called the Anglo-Saxons arrived in ships. They brought their own language with them, which we now call Old English. This language was very different from Latin, and it was full of Germanic words that became the strong roots of the English we speak today. Many of these Old English words are still used today. Words like field, house, and husband all come from Old English. The Anglo-Saxons gave us many of the morphemes we use today too, like the suffix s for more than one, as in cats, and er to mean one who, like a builder, a one who builds. These are just some examples of how the Anglo-Saxons helped shape our language. In the 8th and 9th century, the Vikings sailed over from Scandinavia and brought their language, Old Norse, to parts of Britain. The Vikings lived and traded with the Anglo-Saxons, and over time, their words mixed with Old English. For example, the word sky replaced the Old English word hefon. We also gained words like egg and window from Old Norse. While the Vikings didn't leave as many morphemes behind, their vocabulary certainly added to the richness of our modern language. And then in 1066, something big happened. The Normans, who spoke Old French, invaded England. They brought lots of new words, especially for fancy things like food and law, and they also introduced new ways of pronouncing words. This must have been a very strange time because the ruling people spoke one language, Old French, whilst everybody else spoke another, Old English. This is one reason why we have so many synonyms in English. For example, the farmers who spoke Old English called their farm animals pig and cow. But when these animals were cooked and served at the king's table, they were called pork and beef, words that come from French. The Normans also brought us many suffixes like ion in nation, age in marriage, and ment in government. But guess who they got these suffixes from? The Romans, who spoke Latin, because the Romans settled in France too. So as you can see, the English language is like an old ancient forest with deep roots from Latin, Old English, Old Norse, and French. These languages, plus other outside influences, have helped English grow into the rich and diverse language we speak today. So the next time you speak English, remember that every word has a story to tell, stretching back through history. Keep exploring, keep learning, and who knows what amazing word stories you'll discover next.